Good morning from the Pewter Palace. This is Kevin and Louisa Sherman from thepewterpalace.com. We're going to give you an exterior view of our 32S, 1987 32S model Avion. And we'll start with the front. I'm sorry for the wind. We are on the shores of Lake Champlain. Those islands you see, that land you see over there, are the Champlain Islands of Vermont. It's a beautiful sight, but it is a little windy. So we'll start with the front. A couple of things. First of all, we do love our Hensley hitch. I'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. We have under our LP, we have two 40-gallon LP tanks, and we have our Husky brand Super Brute 5000R. Yes, they are 40-pound, two 40-pound LP tanks, and our rock guard. Now, this rock guard is not original to this rig. It was original to our 1973 Avion, which we took the rock guard off, had it all reinforced, and had it repainted from a professional auto body repair place, and they did a beautiful job. One of the things that we did have them do is the underside of the rock guard is painted a high gloss off-white. So when this rock guard is closed, you don't feel like you're in a cave when you're in the front of the rig inside. Strongly suggest that, and it also, I think, adds a little bit more even of durability. Moving along the side, now this 32S is a very unusual model. They only made these for 4 years, and this is a front kitchen, mid living room, and mid bath and rear bedroom, and we'll go into more detail about that as we move along. The window you see right there, that jealousy window, that is our dinette. Original steps, which I think we're going to be replacing those, and one of the reasons is because we have installed the MoreRide independent suspension system, and that suspension system elevates your height. We are now very high off the ground. We only had a clearance of 8.5 inches. We plan to do a lot of off-road, off-grid dispersed camping, and because of our length and the lack of clearance, that was going to make that very, very difficult and really dwindle down our options for camping. So we are raised way up, probably I don't know, Kevin, what would you say our clearance is now?
2 foot.
About 2 feet. So we're going to need to do some additional steps. You will see on the top we do have air conditioner unit. I believe it's a Dometic. Yes, it is. And we do have two fantastic fans. One in the kitchen, one in the rear bed, and we have the Max Air covers for those. So we can keep them open regardless of weather. You'll see our little periscopes on the top. Those are actually just the typical white vent periscopes that create an airflow exhaust system. That's what we have for our venting. We spray paint them to match the Avion. You'll see we have a little bit, we've had some really wicked rain the last couple days here, and so you'll see a little bit of swishing around. Some of that is because I inadvertently put on the Awatol polish, kind of, it's like an oil, penetrating oil, and I didn't go left to right. I went in circles, and you don't want to wax on, wax off, to quote the Karate Kid. You want to go in straight lines, so that we have to fix that. Our rear bedroom, and we do have awnings all the way around, which we also strongly recommend. And this is the little door to nowhere. That is just storage access to underneath our bunk. That was completely sealed by at least like 2 owners ago, because this is notoriously a place where Avions leak. Because there is no gutter system here, water comes down and can go right in there. If your seals are at all compromised, we strongly suggest you make sure that you're checking those seals all the time. So let me get to the back here. And you can see again, this is the wraparound window. We have a lot of people have a rear bathroom. We have rear beds. And so the head of our bed faces out the window, and we have the awning here we can pull out. We do have the little, what I call the angel wings that can snap. You'll see the snaps above the 2 rounded windows. We have angel wings that can snap on there, and then they snap onto the the main awning so that you can completely shade off. Our spare tire carrier, now this bumper is not original. This was rebuilt 4x4 steel, Kevin, box. And we're going to be extending that out to put a larger box in there to be able to handle all our sewerage pipes and connections and things like that. So for now, we are not carrying our spare tire on the back.
Of the truck.
Yeah, we have it in the back. We carry it in the back of our truck. Probably we'll end up putting a bike rack back there or something else. But our bumper system is a good hefty one for sure. So heading along this way, you can see we have a full awning, also 2 full awnings on this side. We recommend at least the 2, not one full one. These things are terrific. They help keep the temperature of your rig down in the summer. We can keep them deployed even in a rain because they're quite, shallow. They only extend out about maybe 18 inches to 2 feet, and they're very, very secure. But then you can have your windows open, and it, like I said, the shade really helps keep the temperature down if you're in some hot weather. Our first bay, you see the hot water heater, compartment, and vent. We have storage along here. We have our service bay, lockable water. Our service bay area, which is our shore power cord and our fresh water. We do keep a small bottle of diluted bleach water in our freshwater hookup area. We strongly suggest you do that. For pennies on the dollar, you can keep yourself safe from germs. Spritz off the any type of faucet that you're going to hook up to, and spritz off your equipment, your hose ends. Just 1 or 2 spritzes and that bleach will kill any germs. Really recommend it. So that's how we pull out our awnings, and then it goes on this very secure hook that's on the belt line. And this is what the awning looks like when it's deployed. Just enough to keep the, I would say 18 inches plus the wrap on the top. It's a great, great thing to do. And even if you don't have a large awning, we would suggest you get at least these on the other windows that you have. The belt line is original. We are going to be replacing the vinyl that's in here. This is all original. We're going to be replacing that. We've already bought it. We're going to go with a navy blue to match our awning colors. This you can get from Patio Supply or Sunnyland Patio both in Florida. You need the 1.5 inch on this in order to get that bulge correct. See, you want the bulge and you want to have enough extra. We have some videos, we will have some videos on replacing that because there is a bit of a knack to doing that. You'll see also, because of our elevated clearance now and our independent MORryde suspension, which actually gives each of our tires a very typical suspension to what those of you with Avions in the 1970s, where you have the MORryde, you have a center post coming down that has the rubber bushing. Now each of our wheels has that same rubber bushing, and it's amazing, the smooth ride, and if you're going over bumps, they just take that as if they're rolling over a block of butter. We will be installing some fender flares here. We bought aluminum fender flares. They stick out about 2.5 to 3 inches, because one of the downfalls of our installation for the MORryde independent suspension system is you can see that our wheels stick out just a little bit now from the body, and so we do need to install those fender flares there. We have the track over top, which we installed. This is a Zip-D. You can get this from Zip-D, cut in any length you need, and our Zip-D tire shades that match our awning slide right in there. They're corded. We do not suggest snap-on. We suggest corded and slid into that track, because these canvas shades will shrink. And when you have snaps, then you're going to be into a situation where you're going to have to realign snaps and all that. Just a little bit less maintenance to do. I'm going to pull this out. Before we do, I'm going to show you, this is the vent for the refrigerator on the side. Woo! Yes, it's been raining. And the vent next to my kitchen sink. window is for the exhaust fan, and then we have, you're probably not going to be able to see because of the sun, but we have the refrigerator vent on the top. And more storage bays. That little square you will see on the front of your Avion, on the front street side, as we call it, the driver side, that is where you will find your model number, your VIN number, and tire and tire pressures. So make note of that. Don't remove that. If you have Travelcade numbers, we do not. This rig, the owners never did join the old Travelcade club. If you do have those numbers, they are not your VIN number. They are not your model number. They are exclusive member numbers that were issued at the time. So here we are back around to the front. I think you can really see that off-white in the gloss finish, and you can see, if you look closely, that the tracks where we really reinforced up underneath, because these rock guards, being the plastic they are notorious for cracking, and so we had that all replaced as well. In our battery box, this is where our batteries used to be located. We have relocated them to underneath the rear bunk. We will be doing a full video program on the upgrade. We are going to be installing 6 lithium Battleborn batteries, because again, the dispersed camping will be able to go for about 10 days with no hookups at all. Now that battery box houses our Kodiak disc brake hydraulic system pumps, and so that worked out very well for us. Again, the Husky Brute 5000 and our Hensley hitch, and I will tell you that yes, Hensley hitch and the Pro Pride, they are expensive, but we really feel that, especially going to be full-timers, it's insurance well made. The Hensley has a lifetime guarantee on all parts, and I have found it extremely easy, much easier than the ball hitch, to help Kevin. I'm the lineup person back here when he's backing in the truck, and I have found it so much easier to line up that stinger you can see on the back of the truck into this box right here. I have just found that so much easier, and these cambers come over and hook up in there, and the struts on the side allow for you to do infinite number of different settings depending on your weight and your hitching needs and the weight distribution and everything else. So that is the Pewter Palace. We appreciate you sticking with us for this video, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll find us at Pewter Palace if you just search on YouTube, and of course our blog with a lot of articles and helpful tips. And I'm going to be doing an interior tour very shortly, so please make sure you check that out. Again, this is our 1987 32S. They only made them for 4 years, and so they're not that easy to find, but if you do, you're going to really see the difference. When you watch my interior tour, you're going to see the difference. The floor plan, especially for those of us who are full-timing it, really makes sense. So this is Louisa signing off from thepewterpalace.com. Thanks for watching our video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great day.